In the mayhem that followed the 6 shots in Dealey Plaza, the crowds raced up the grassy knoll. About 400 people lined both sides of Elm Street. The Warren Commission took testimony from 259. 90 were asked where they thought the shots came from. 58 said the grassy knoll. All 58 were dismissed on the grounds that their recollections were mistaken.
One of those witnesses, Orville Nix, had actually recorded the man responsible for those shots on film. But who was he?
French film director Jean-Michel Chalier obtained a copy of the film from Orville Nix's son. It had been made before Nix had handed the original to the FBI, and it proves to be unlike any version seen before. Details that had been obscured in the official copies now became clear. Chalier focused on the previously blurred figure on the grassy knoll. With optical enhancement, an unmistakable image appears. Chalier had a clear picture of a man with a rifle in a firing position. There has been a great deal of speculation about the identity of the man on the grassy knoll. However, the weight of all the circumstantial evidence points to one man. His name, David Ferry.
Ferry was a highly skilled pilot. He'd flown guns into Cuba for the CIA and piloted a plane bringing mafia chief Carlos Marcello illegally into the United States. Ferry knew both Lee Harvey Oswald and Jack Ruby.
The night before the assassination, Ferry stayed in a hotel in Galveston. Records showed that Jack Ruby called that hotel that evening, and most intriguingly, when Oswald was arrested, Ferry's library card was found in his possession.
Ferry's presence in Dallas on the day of the assassination has subsequently been verified by 2 gay friends with whom he lived in New Orleans. But apart from all the circumstantial connections with the main players, one piece of evidence is compelling. For a hitman, Ferry had one peculiar disadvantage. His appearance was, to say the least, striking.
Ferry suffered from alopecia, a loss of all body hair. He wore bright red mohair wigs and daubed-on grease paint eyebrows. One witness who was standing on top of the Triple Lane underpass described a bizarre figure that fits his description.
Acquaintances described him as having the look of a large and sad clown. Such a figure would be hard to miss. Unfortunately, Ferry will never be properly questioned.
He'd been subpoenaed to appear before an inquiry led by New Orleans District Attorney Jim Garrison.
To protect him from the press, Garrison had installed him in the Fontainebleau Hotel in New Orleans. A matter of hours before he was due to appear in court, Ferry was found dead. The coroner's verdict, despite 2 typewritten suicide notes found in his home, was that he died of natural causes. Ferry's death, so close to being questioned, is suspicious. But Ferry is just another name in an extraordinary list of people who have died in mysterious circumstances. Of witnesses to the assassination, or events intimately involved with it, so far at least 32 people have died in suicides, bizarre accidents, or shootings. Who gained by Kennedy's death?